So I want to talk about the difference between using a design and build contractor versus using a strictly traditional contractor who comes in just to perform the work. And that may happen when you already have a really good idea of the project that you want, the design that you want. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You want to switch your tile out, you want to add countertops, you want to change out your bathroom. There's not a lot of design aesthetics that go into it unless you're going to just do something completely different. That is when you might want to bring a designer in. So when you have something that's a little bit more elaborate, most contractors nowadays are trying to align also with a structural designer, somebody who can come in the home and actually take a look at its functional availability. And what I mean by that is a lot of homes are aging, and so a structural designer can come in, take a look at the functionally obsolete home that you're currently residing in and turn it into something modern, something unique, and something that has the character that you want, but also has the high ceilings. It also has tons of storage. It has a better placement for the kitchen and all of the appliances. Structural designers are a completely different breed, and they either know what they're doing just from years and years of experience and being in multiple homes and having that design background, or they've been trained, obviously. They've gone and gotten their education in this. But the reason that it's a really smart idea for homeowners to incorporate the design and build together is cost effective, first and foremost. You're not paying for that design service inside the scope of adding on an extra pricing to your contract with you. What you're doing is allowing them to come in and be a part of the project. Their payment actually comes on the back end. So when they're ordering your hardscape materials like your flooring, your countertops, your tiles, they are there to not only assist you in purchasing them, but they always go to a wholesale vendor for these. They will never go to a retail box store. And the reason is because they don't have relationships with the box stores and they don't have discounts with the box stores. That is like one of their primary things that they offer is discounting. And some of that discount may show through to you, but really what it is the designer takes that 20% and the top of the material cost. That's how they're getting paid. But what they're doing is they are working directly with the vendor. They purchase everything, they timeline everything into your project. They know what delivery is. They are there at your home for the delivery. They inventory your delivery. They make sure that everything came. They make sure there's no damages. If there's damage, they are getting those replaced because, again, they have the relationship with the vendor. They get them replaced almost immediately, typically zero downtime in your project. Unless you special ordered, then you're going to create a delay in your timeline. But that is one of the main benefits. So by having the design and build contractor, you're not actually paying anything extra. So if you would have paid $100 for an item, the pricing might be 80 and the extra 20 goes to the designer, if that makes sense. Also, they have a really great knack for walking in and being able to structurally redesign the space so that it feels high and open, so that you're using all the storage space possible, so that you're able to create an additional bathroom without blowing out your budget because of plumbing issues. Like they see all of these different things within the home and they're able to accommodate what you want within your project. And say you have like super high ceilings already and you want to make the home feel cozy, and they can figure all of this stuff out with your contractor and make it extremely easy for you during this project. Their communication style is going to be a primary source of just how you communicate with the contractor. They're typically like the middle person in between. So, if your contractor's delaying or the timeline isn't matching up, they're usually your first point of contact and probably the strongest relationship on your whole contracting team that you will have. So to have a great relationship that with them starts at the very beginning. And you're going to want to know their communication style. And also another primary thing is they will ensure that any changes that you have are documented, written, signed off on. It's called a change order. Super easy process, but they're the ones that are in charge of that. Contractors are notorious for forgetting to do the change orders, and then at the end, you end up with a big fat additional materials bill that you did not agree to and had no knowledge of. So these guys, designers, actually keep that at bay. All of your project costs, like say you go in and you decide that you really love the look of a slab of quartzite versus, you know, hardscape materials that you thought you wanted to put on your fireplace, but that slab costs $8,600. That's going to be a change order that will immediately be affecting your material cost. So the designer goes in, makes a change order, sends it over to you while it's still fresh in your head. You remember that, yes, I said that I actually do want this, and the change is made immediately. So there's no guesswork, there's no like surprise bills. So pros are they babysit your materials, the contractor and the vendors pretty much babysit your entire job. They know about anything that's happening in the scope of your job, your materials, your vendors, anything that's going on, they know about it before you do.